Hello and welcome to Romero Threads, where it's all about embroidery. In today's video, I am going to recreate one of the most iconic hats of all time, and that is the LA Dodgers hat. So these hats here up front, these are the different color combinations I'm going to work with today. Now I want to take this time as we are recreating this logo and use it as the perfect training scenario for 3D Puff. So real quick, let me just tell you the hats that I work with. I like to use the Flexfit 6277 or the Yupoong dad hat, adjustable. They're made to pretty much take a beating, okay? These hats, a lot of these hats, they take a beating, but at the same time, they are called Flexfit. It's pretty comfortable. It's not too stiff, okay? It kind of forms to your head, and once it's formed to your head, perfectly made for you. All right, I got the camo, all right, always the classic camo hat. Of course, the black, the white, and of course, this one here, okay, the purple. I'm gonna make the purple and gold, all right? So we're gonna have the Laker colors with the LA Dodger hat. And then I have this hat also, so summertime, okay, especially sports. Flexfit, they make a mesh hat. Perfect for outdoors, for people who are working, okay? So we would use this a lot for landscape type workers. All right, they love this, or people that play sports. I got the tearaway here. This is the 4x12. All right, this is the Gen 2. I'm trying to give you the best angle I can give you here. All right, so it looks pretty good, the angle. I'm going to use, for dad hats, I use 2. Okay, for structured hats, I only need 1. So everything happens here, okay? This notch here, this is pretty much your guide, and this is the one that's gonna kind of guide you through. You want to hold your sweatband in, okay? You want to make sure our sweatband's in, and down here on the bottom, all right, this is where the Gen 2 comes very handy, because it has like an arm that will pull down the hat when it's ready to go. All right, so make sure sweatband. All right, so here, this line here, my center line, you want it to, all right, and you want to turn it to the left a slight bit, just because when you finally close it, it'll move a certain degree to your right. All right, so the most important thing is to get these notches right on the line. Once you know you're tight, this hand here, all right, you lock it in. So with this hand, I'm pushing down, and with this hand here, I'm gonna lock it. Okay, now I look at it again. Looks good. All right, I wanted to show you what happens if you use a different color, and we have small portions, okay, where the black foam kind of comes out. But okay, this is when a seam ripper comes very handy. All right, because of this pointiness here, you can push this foam back in. All right, so I think we got about 3 little pieces hanging out here. So what you want to do, any foam that's popping out, you want to just carefully place it back inside. Okay, so this is looking good here. All we have to do now is apply it with the heat gun. Okay, but I do all that last. Now, let's look at this. Black on black. Okay, that's the easiest color to work with, is the black on black. And that's because the thread is a little thicker. So this one is ready to go. You can't see anything that's not looking right. Maybe here we have a piece of foam. If you have any piece of foam that's kind of just hanging out, you could just use your tweezers, clean that out. Even though the heat gun will clean out all these little small specks of foam that's coming out, you still want to just remove the excessiveness just to give it a cleaner look. All right, but this one, okay, the white with black, ready to go. And of course our camo, this one I don't even have to touch. All right, this one is ready to go for the heat gun. All right, so it's the easiest color to work with. Now, let's see my bobbin here in the back. That's how you can verify that your stitching is correctly done. Just check the backing. All right, and very tight stitches here. All right, so let's talk about white thread. White thread is a little thinner. It's not as thick as black. The better rule of thumb is first, remove the excessiveness. All right, you could kind of tell if something's kind of hanging out too far, then we could just remove that with the tweezers. All right, and then you'll see a couple of specks sticking out. All that is pretty much shrunken down once we apply the heat gun. Now this pink one, it's always a good idea to match the foam. With whatever color you're using. Okay, but there are situations where you don't have the exact foam. Okay, you don't have the exact color foam. All right, so I wanted to use this one as an example. So this one's similar to our purple one where I used a different color foam. And same rules apply. Just remove the excessiveness. Any foam that's kind of just hanging out, you could just remove that. Okay, so here is where the magic happens. Okay, it's our very, very trustworthy heat gun. It has 2 levels of heat. All right, I always start with the small one. All right, that's just gonna start melting our foam. You can do the back side too, just to warm it up a little. And you will instantly see our foam, any foam that's hanging out, it will instantly kind of just disappear. Especially the ones that we tuck back in, those go hiding. Look at that. So you can see, this was the one where I put the black foam underneath. And look at that. You can't even see the black foam. Okay. Everything looks very sharp. The threads look very nice and sharp. The success of this, it all starts with the digitizing. Okay, your digitizing has to be on point. All right, that's how we get these nice, tight sand stitches. Okay, let's go ahead and check out our finished product. And as you can see, our hats came out nice and clean. Thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe and leave any questions down below. Peace out.